hey guys, welcome to my life channel. I'm somebody that I know when I tell a good story, I use my hands and I kind of shift around. I'm on the hardwood floor here and I got a little bit of a bony butt. I'm still thick. I'm still a thick girl with a good booty, but it's still a little skeletal. Like that's just the way my body's made. So I know I'm going to be shifting around and I don't want any questions or confusion on your end. I'm wearing pants, okay? I'm wearing pants. So you guys are probably looking at the title right now and being like, OMG, WTF, LMAO, I don't know. And just to tell you, teen clubs exist and there's good money to be made. However, it can go out of hand because you're dealing with immature, rowdy people who are often on substances and they don't know how to handle themselves. And let's not forget the main thing about being a teenager, being extremely horny. So now I went to a private school and I will say for the most part, at least my student body was pretty meek and mild. Disclaimer though, I didn't get invited to any house parties, so how would I really know that? But we didn't really have a reputation for doing hardcore drugs, heavy drinking, like crazy stunts while being drunk. All of that, like maybe with other grades, but not our grade. I think it comes in waves, especially in the private school sectors. You know, there's a class that is known for always being like on speed, abusing Adderall, Coke. Like it happens. It's so Gossip Girl, I know. So, but there were some other schools that had people who are also in the same grade of us that were a little wild, a little crazy. And I think that's bad too, because when you're so young, you can easily give into the peer pressure mentality. So you get a few rowdy people and now everybody's rowdy here. So I think what first started off is we had these mixers and that was called Junior Assembly, which when you think about it, that is so dorky, like calling it Junior Assembly. This was in 8th grade. This was put on by the parents. So of course that made sense why they were really well organized. Nobody was that trashy. I'm just gonna draw, like this is like, as I just wanna say, this is not attacking any particular school, but I am going to drop school names because why not? Because it's no reflection on the school. This is just kind of how certain students acted. Sorry, my voice went out. Certain students acted, okay? So full disclosure, like I have no hate towards any of these other schools. They're all good. But I went to Green Hill, which was the best, which everyone would say. But I remember apparently in Junior Assembly, the ESD girls wanted to really mix things up. And they went to the bathroom and then they took off their underwear and all of them were wearing thongs and they like threw them around and left them there. Again, I'm not for sure if it was the ESD girls. If you're an ESD girl and you know something, like let me know in the comments. Yeah, so that I think was the craziest thing. I remember I had a boyfriend, but in 8th grade, and the fact that he barely saw me or texted me, he was more like a boyfriend, and I felt like we almost kissed, but of course we did not. And then it would take several years until I was 18 to officially get my first kiss to somebody not hot. But that's how life is sometimes. Those are the cards you're dealt. So that was a good old time. So I'm wondering if somebody managed to kind of hover over these mixers and see the financial potential in these teeny bopper kids. So I think I could have been a freshman, maybe sophomore year. Oh wait, if this was an 18, no, I'm sorry, rewind that. This must have been senior year of high school because I believe it was like a 17 and up club because there's certain people that I was hoping would be there. Wow. Sorry, I'm the worst storyteller ever. So you just have to bear with me, okay? This is like for my life channel, second channel, like back burner content. So we go, I remember it's just she and I, and we go, and it's this huge mob of people, and there's not a lot of entryways into this place. And I believe we had to kind of go up like a sketchy metal stairwell that was on the exterior of the building to then enter the club. So that is all put up. And a lot of these people have pre-gamed beforehand. And I will tell you what, Jesuit boys, they learn drinking early. So we got some intoxicated people in the crowd. And for some reason, I don't know if they got busted with alcohol, something like this, or if it was just too many people trying to come into one building. But all of a sudden, like, the entryway is shut down. So like, I have tons of people in front of me, tons of people behind me, and then to my right is just falling off the rail. And it gets to a point where you're packed in like a concert might be, and everybody's been waiting too long. So someone thinks it's funny, I don't know from what side, to start pushing. But you know how that goes. Like, you push one way, you push the back, and we're like swaying. Literally, I'm, tripping on people's feet, stomping on them, smacking my head on their shoulders, this and that. And both me and the patho friend, we're short. We're little shotties. And in general, when you're in some type of mob in distress, it is one of the scariest experiences of my life. Like, it should have traumatized me for longer, to be honest. I was so scared. Like, I didn't know if then this would cause a fight. Somebody was going to be thrown over the balcony. Would it be me? You're dealing with drunks. So that was literally a mess. Eventually, everybody went home. I found out my YMCA crush was there, but then he left, and I didn't see him. I had heard about it later. And I was like, oh, dang it. Like, that's all I wanted. So I believe the riot that was taking place was about, I would say, a good 20 minutes. Like, I remember being exhausted from all of that. So the club shut down, we left, but this company wanted to try again. So they had a different venue, and so I was able to get in, and it was huge. It was like a nightclub. Now, this time I had all my girls with me. We're like in a dance circle, and the girls be dancing, and then what the guys do is, they see that your butt is available, so they just come up and start grinding on you. They don't ask you. And I remember, though, at the same time, us girls wanted to be grinded on because we were just so unpopular in school. We craved that, we wanted that kind of attention. So we're out trying to stick our butts out, all cute, I remember my patho friend has her signature move. She does where it's she's as stiff as can be. Even to this day when Olivia and I go out dancing, we'll sometimes go on purpose. And then there's me who's little lanky and awkward, and I'm sometimes a little stiff doing the robot, but sometimes I'm real smooth doing this and that. So not too many guys were focusing on me at that time. I also had a really small butt, and it's so mean, but high school guys will sometimes be that blunt. You got no girl, you got no boobs, so mean, but that's whatever. It made me build my personality. Sorry about that. I got a phone call, and of course I'm using my iPhone. So I can't remember the order, but I remember a guy comes behind Kelly, and Kelly likes him, they're cute, they kiss a bit, and then she kind of sends him on her way. Because all of us girls, is as much as we want attention, we just need it, and then it's now go away, where you love, literally dancing, not just swaying. We think we're so cool, jamming it out, taking advantage of the music. That's how it should be, girl group for life. And then I remember, but what I kind of noticed, which was so crazy, is these guys, not only would they swoop in from behind to grind on you without your permission, they'll just spin you around and try to make out with you. That would not fly in today's world. But again, have some compassion. This is how it was. This is how we thought it was supposed to be. We still thought that they could have asked, but we weren't as mad about it. So a lot of times it's okay, we wanted guys, we wanted attention, we wanted boyfriends, So then Olivia's gonna be mad, but I'm just gonna share the story. So then a guy comes behind Olivia, does his little rub-a-dub-dub, spins her around, and then they start kissing. And, then, sends him on the way, disappears. Then somebody comes up and, you know, wants to be a little cheese grater with the pathological lion friend, little patho girl. And this is a big deal for her because even though I'm unpopular in school, she's even more unpopular. She was like the least popular. Like, I still would end up getting asked to dances, and I got asked to like prom even when I was a sophomore, and that was the only way I was going to be able to go because I was an underclassman at the time. And just always having a date. So all of us girls are like looking around like, oh my gosh, like this is a big deal, you know? And I remember he then spins her around and then they start making out. And it was like, oh my goodness, like this was her first kiss. I believe her first grind. Like everybody remembers their first grind and their first kiss. And pretty sure they're using tongue. Like it looks really hardcore there. So she's all like, oh my God, I got my first kiss. Oh my God, like an OMG moment here. And so she's all about like bragging it up, this and that. She's feeling so cool, okay? And no guy's really paying attention to me. So it's cool. Then I remember later on in the night, I did recognize, I think either I met him for the first time. No, I knew who he was. He lived kind of near me. We hung out. He wanted, I think, to kiss me then. I wasn't about it because I didn't want to lose my lip virginity in a hookup. I saw him again. I said hi. He wanted to dance, aka turned me around, started grinding on me. And then, like, what he proceeds to do, like I'm wearing shorts and they're pretty short, but you know, they're short to like flaunt and like for, you know, people to appreciate the look of my outfit. Well, he's taking advantage of these short shorts. He sticks his hand, like, not like down my pants, but like up my pants, like up my shorts. And he's got some wandering fingers. He's literally trying to, you know what, you can already see my facial expression. You know what he's trying to do. And I was not about that. I was like slapping his hand, like grabbing. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like a private thing that you don't do on a public dance floor. And so I just kind of got over it. Again, we weren't going to kiss. So then he kind of moved on. I wouldn't be surprised if he was just faded out of his mind, like drunk, smoking, whatever, whatnot. So then, like, I bet like 10 minutes later, he was making out with some other chick. So thank goodness I didn't lose my lip virginity to him, and he wasn't even that cute. He wasn't worthy. He was still cuter though than the guy that I lost my lip virginity to. But, you know, sometimes you go through some dark times, you know, so. And then, I don't know why, like, I don't get why my patho friend didn't connect the dots earlier on or pay more attention. I guess it's my fault because, like, I didn't even know. So, like, I didn't pay attention. The guy who made out with Olivia was the one who later on made out with my patho friend. Ew! So gross and such a waste of a lip virginity. I could not believe it. And I think she was a bit embarrassed and devastated because a part of her probably felt like leftovers. And I get that, like that's a natural human feeling, even though it's not supposed to be that way. Obviously the guy was kind of scummy, taking advantage of a girlfriend group. But at the same time, he's probably thinking, both times I show up here in the same outfit with the same face. Like, how do you guys not recognize me the second time? But, you know, I guess it's because he was so fast and then disappeared in the shadows. Then he reappeared. It was a dark venue. So, like, then later, my pathological liar friend changes the story and said that she did not want to kiss him to begin with. He forced her into kissing, like, and which that I kind of think is true, but she kind of was, you know, we went to the bathroom and girl talked and checked back in a while. Like, this was still something that she was kind of wanting, like a first kiss. Like, it was brought up, you know, prior to going, during our bathroom break, in the bathroom, during the event. Like, I know she was okay with kissing a stranger. So her story completely changed, like I said, to the guy spun around, forced his tongue down her throat, and then was pinning her, and she was trying to push him away. That I was able to see, and that was not like that whatsoever. Now, she might have lied because she's a liar, but maybe it could have happened because I remember one time we were in the presence of this one boy. So let me tell you. So there was this one guy, and I think I've talked about him before, and I met him during lifeguard certification course. He was a little bit weird, but he was pretty cute, and we became friends. But then he was all like, I like you. Like, let's lose our virginities together. And I was like so on the fence about that because I was like, I don't really know. Like something was telling me in the back of my mind, don't do that. Then I get into actual lifeguarding and there's all these cute boys. So he seems a little less cute, but I'm like, you know what? Like, he's my friend. I know he's nice. Like, I should be talking to the nice, cute guy. So I tried continuing that up, but then he was trying to text other girls and like those girls were not having it. So they were like talking about it in a negative way, and like they're wanting to gossip about him, and so that's how I found out he was texting other girls. So I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing, like don't talk to me. But I still stayed friends with him because I needed more guy friends, and he was straight. So finally that was happening for me. I was having a straight guy friend. So I invited him to my party, and I remember I was talking to my patho friend, like, I don't know, like, if I like him or not. Like, is he cute? Is he not that cute? And she was all like, he's not that cute, you know? So I was like, okay. But in the meantime, like, I noticed she became friends with him. So I hope you guys are keeping up with me. Anyway, so like I said, though, she never had a date to anything. And then there was this available boy, and they already knew each other. So I set them up just to go to a school dance so she didn't have to walk in by herself. And then all of a sudden, they're going at it like this, or like making out hardcore. And she acts like this was always going to happen, when I'm thinking the boy was blowing me up first. And like, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to rub that in your face. But when I'm questioning liking a guy, don't go and tell me like, he's not cute, because obviously you're attracted to him. So anyway, so when it came up, I can see why the patho friend in his presence wanted to act like that wasn't a real first kiss. I remember though, I was so over it, and we were over at Olivia's, and Olivia's old home had a little upstairs, and that was like carpeted, had like a great TV, a couch, like it was like a girl time for us. And I remember I said like, that's not true, like you wanted the kiss. Just said it. And then she did not expect anybody to call her out on her lie, because we always just kind of snickered behind the scenes. And she was looking at me and she was like, no, that's not true. You know, like I was like physically like forcing him, but his grip was too strong. This girl, patho friend, had the muscles to beat up any guy. So if she wanted to push him away, she'd push him away. So the patho friend, she still lives really close to me, like really close to me. In fact, like I saw her and her mom walking dogs earlier today, and she has a new house, but that again is really close to me. And so she then lives with that same exact boy. They've been together ever since, like, so they started in 2012. So they've been together like 7 years. I don't think they're engaged, but that's only a matter of time. She has no best friends. Her only best friend is the boy. And I think the boy's only best friend is her. So perfect match, like right there. That's a little tangent beyond that. But yeah, talk about some crazy stories, my teenage years. So yeah, I'm not for sure if you guys have ever gone to a club that's catered towards teenagers, or something that's like 18 plus, where it's a little sketchy because you kind of can get preyed upon in those situations. So if you guys, I love you guys' comments. I love all of them, but I especially love it when you guys have your own personal stories that you drop down below. So if you have something, like, I read all my comments, I give it some love, like all that. I want to hear what you have to say. Okay. Oh, time for me to go. Love you. Mean it. Bye.